Hi everyone, it's Mitch. It's Monday, December 1st, and we're heading into the last week of the college football season for this year. And we still have the bowls. We still have over a month of college football, but the bulk of the season is over, and most of the teams, they're not playing this week. So real limited schedule. The lines reflect it. It's going to give. Me a chance to do a lot of the things on the site that I've been wanting to do, both on the technical side, as far as like fixing the place up, as far as integrating a network, so we're not talking about 10 different sports on the college football site. Every sport's gonna have its own place, and it's all about what you guys want, and for me, I always am going to love college football the most, and it's just who I am. But I do love all the other sports, just not as much as college football. So we're going to have a place for all those things. I'm going to talk. We're going to have more guest people talking on and things of that nature, because there are other people that are a lot more passionate about some of those other things than I am. Almost as passionate as I am about college football, they're as passionate about those other sports, and let's hear from them. I mean, it's all about you guys anyway. So I'm excited to get more people out here and more people involved. And this site was set up as a community for the fans, and that is what it is. So we're gonna keep it going. We're just gonna make it a whole big sports network for the fans. It's gonna be really exciting, and maybe someday we'll actually have a voice on some of these things that we're going to be talking a lot about, because we're going to have a lot of extra time over the next few weeks, as we only have one game here and one game there as we head into bowl season. In any event, before we head into bowl season, let's talk about some of the games going on this week. Of course, the big games are the title games. The first one's going to be the MAC title game, and Buffalo's getting 14 and a half points against Ball State on Friday night. It's a pretty big number. Ball State, they've played well. So that game's at a neutral site in Detroit, and we'll see what happens in that. A couple of the other opening lines. Oklahoma 16 over Missouri. Missouri lost last week to Kansas. Are they, what number team are they even in the Big 12 in their conference? 3 or 4 or 5. Oklahoma, we're not even determined that they're number one in the Big 12 at this point. And that's, it's one of those things that we're going to probably talk about over the next couple weeks as well. Very good football team, though. A very, very good team. And they've proved it on the field all season long. Another big game, of course, is that Florida-Alabama tilt. The Gators laying 10.5 against the undefeated Crimson Tide. Double digits. I don't know how that sits with Nick Saban and his boys, but I'm sure he's going to be using it as a motivational tool all week. I don't think Urban Meyer probably liked that number too much either, especially the double digits. I think we all expected Florida to be a favorite. I was thinking maybe about a touchdown, maybe a touchdown and a half a point or something. I certainly wasn't thinking it was going to come out double digits. Navy 11-point favorites over Army this week. That seems about right. USC 30 points over UCLA. Things are really bad. I watched that UCLA Arizona State game with a lot of guys in the chat room, and it was really, really hard to watch. Those were just really two bad teams. Arizona's playing Arizona State this week. Two bad teams. Washington travels to Cal. 33 points they're getting in that one. So, now we have these championship games, and then we have some of these really non-competitive games. Cincinnati travels to Hawaii in a game that, when they originally scheduled it, maybe they thought this was going to be their bowl game. Cincinnati is going to a BCS bowl game, though, this year, and they get a trip to Hawaii to boot. How awesome is it to be a Bearcat this year? They're laying 7.5 points against the Rainbow Warriors in Hawaii, and I'm sure they're excited because, I'm in Chicago right now, so the weather can't be too different in Cincinnati. It's usually, maybe 10 degrees warmer, but, it's snowing pretty heavily today, and I know my wife is still sleeping. It's early in the morning, and she works in the school system, and she was probably hoping for a snow day today, but I haven't heard the phone ring, so maybe some people out there just not quite in agreement with that. I guess she'll have plenty of those to come. In any event, we got a lot of college football. I wrote down all the early lines, and I'll be coming to you from Las Vegas later on in the week. I'm heading out to that Pacquiao De La Hoya fight. Manny is he's our guy, and He's at plus 175 right now against Oscar. He opened. He was he's been as high as plus 220. So the lines are coming down and the money's coming in on Manny. Manny's in tip top shape. Is he big enough to go 12 rounds with Oscar, or is he big enough to take Oscar out? Is Oscar just going to lean on him and try and wear Manny out? Well, we know Manny's going to be in tip top shape, and then he can go 12 rounds with anyone. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about this later on in the week. Maybe we'll set up something in the forums also to talk about, because most people know college football is my number one, but I'm a huge boxing fan as well, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of sports, and we're going to see that over the next couple of months. And in any event, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow talking more college football. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the forums.